today we're out here in Pinnacle, and as you can see to my right, we have some alley load homes because we're going to take a look at those in the 500,000 range. We're in one of the best areas of Meridian. We're right next to one of the coolest parks in all of Boise, Idaho. So if you're moving to Boise, this is an area that a lot of people end up moving to, which is why we're out here. I wanted to bring you guys out to not just these big flashy houses on an acre with RV bays and garages and all of that. So we're going to be here where a lot of you guys are actually going to be looking, where a lot of the homes that we look at are things that you guys will most likely be buying. I know there's some people that are going to be buying the big houses on half-acre lots with RV garages, but I wanted to take you guys and provide you value and actually show you homes that you would be looking at, that you guys will be buying in areas that a lot of people look. This is an area called Pinnacle, which has a lot of interest. There's a lot of people that we end up showing homes in these communities because it ends up being on most people's lists. We're out here in South Meridian, out towards Kuna. You have a ton of amenities, and so I wanted to walk you through these alley load homes that are really unique, and they're becoming more popular here in the Boise area, and we're gonna be in the $500,000 range. And I'm also gonna take you through some of the bigger homes in these communities that are in the $800,000 range, and then I'm gonna show you one that's in between. But stay for the end because this alley load home is absolutely awesome for the price you get, including a master bathroom that I like more than the $800,000 home, or even some of the $1 million bathrooms that I see. And also stay and keep an eye out for this guy, little rubber ducky. Last time I called him Cowboy Ducky, I think, but I think I need some help naming him. So you guys drop your comments below what we should name him. And for those of you who don't know, I hide him somewhere in the video, and whoever is the first one to find him, I send you guys a Starbucks gift card. So keep an eye out for him the rest of the video, and don't forget to drop your comments down below what we should name him. But let's go take a look at Pinnacle. And first we're gonna head over to the bigger home community out here in Pinnacle in South Meridian. Okay, now we're at home number 2. This one's gonna be our highest price point home as well as the largest. And when we get inside, I'll talk to you guys more about kind of what this section of the community looks like and why there's bigger houses out here, bigger lots. And then we're gonna just go down the line to the most affordable house in Pinnacle, which is an alley load home, which I'm excited to show you guys, and that's at $560,000, so a much more affordable price. This home right here is 3,100 square feet, and I'll talk about the price here at the end, but let's step inside first. Okay, stepping out in the house, and I forgot to mention, but this house is actually right across the street from the park in this section of the neighborhood, which is nice to have that. You get that room to just walk across. You don't have neighbors directly across the street from you, so a nice little touch. And that's not even to talk about the huge park that we have literally 50 feet away from us over here to the right that you guys will be seeing in drone shots. But we'll step into this house, give you guys a little bit of a tour, what it looks like. It's not gonna be staged, so I'll make it a little bit quicker. But right here off the front, you have your living area, your kitchen's there to the right, and then right here is a little bathroom and office space. So you get a full-size bath right here off the front, and then right off of this bathroom in the front you have an office. And here in Idaho, if you don't have a closet, you don't get a room, so this is actually an office, not a room that you can turn into an office. And then heading from the front, you have your little closet here. I love how this opens up, and I really like the color choices they made in this living room with this fireplace, that kind of light sage green. You have a lot of the big windows. You have the double sliding door, and then this kitchen is absolutely awesome. It's huge. You got that same sage colored cabinetry, which I love. And this is one of my favorite things that we see in kitchens, and that is when you get it with the window out to your backyard so you can watch the kiddos, or when you're entertaining, still be able to talk to people. You of course have the stone countertops, and then over here you get a double oven, which is nice. You of course have the 5-burner stove top right there with this amazing backsplash. It's really cool how they did this actually. It has kind of a nice texture. Really love the choices that they made in this house, and it kind of matches throughout. And then right here is not your pantry. That's just an extra little coffee bar space, which I thought was a nice little touch. You can close the barn door here to kind of hide it if you're not using it, and have a coffee bar or wine bar or something underneath there. And then you have your double oven here with the microwave, and you have tons of storage space in this kitchen. So you have all the way to the ceilings all throughout. You have them there. Underneath your stovetop here, you have them in the island, and you have this section over here, and that's not the end. You still also have another section here that goes into your actual pantry. So you have a full-size walk-in pantry back behind the kitchen as well. And as we go through this house, so I talked about it a little bit at the end, but obviously this is gonna be the most extravagant home that we look at today, because yes, it's nice and fancy and it's cool seeing these, you know, $1 million, $2 million houses with huge lots. And of course we'll show you some of those, but for those of you moving here, you want the value and you want to see the homes that you would actually end up buying. So the reason we're out here in Pinnacle is because this is a community and an area of Meridian out towards Kuna, but still close to Meridian, that a lot of you guys reaching out, a lot of people that reach out. This is an area and a community that most people, it's on their list of places to check out and see the homes. So there's 3 or 4 different communities in this area that a lot of people makes it on their list of homes to buy and look at when you guys are moving out here. So I want to be able to provide you guys value and show you these homes that are ones that you guys will most likely end up living in, or at least a lot of you moving here. And so that's why these next 2 houses we look at are not only going to be affordable for the area that we're in, you know, in that $500,000 range, but they're going to be a little bit smaller. They're going to be more typical of what I think a lot of people are looking for, other than those of you who also moving here are looking for those bigger houses with bigger lots. But just wanted to touch on that again, and then a little bit about the area as I head upstairs, which is actually where all of the bedrooms are in this house. Is we're here in Pinnacle. It's called the SoMe district of Meridian. So we're out in South Meridian, just south of the interstate. We're by South Boise. We're not too far from Kuna. There's plans for that Costco I've talked about in the past in Kuna. It'll actually just be either 1 mile or 2 miles down the road, depending on where they choose to put it. You're gonna have a lot of new development coming out here. Like I said, there's 4 or 5 different communities within 1 mile of this one that are all being developed. You have the park across the street, which I think you can actually see from this first bedroom. So this is bedroom number 1 once you come upstairs, and I'll just give you a layout really quick. But bedroom 1, bedroom 2 / an extra living area. It's a really big room with lots of windows we'll take a look at. And then you have laundry room, bedroom 3, 4, and then the master's right there. But I wanted to see if we can see the park that you guys have seen drone shots of already, but it's actually literally right there. So that park is absolutely amazing. It has tons of walking paths. It has a dog park. It has a bike park with jumps. It has a skate park. It has pickleball courts. It has a huge playground, and it has a ton of open space with baseball fields as well. And to have that, I mean, it's literally 500 feet from your front door from this house right now. And so this area not only has that park, there's gonna be a little amphitheater here. There's gonna be a ton of commercial space. You're right off of Eagle Road. So all of the things along Eagle Road that you need to get to, you know, like the village in Meridian is 10, maybe 15 minutes away on a bad day. You have Albertsons, which is a half a mile away, so it's right down the street. So as you can see, this area of Meridian is blowing up. There's lots of things coming to the Meridian area. And as we continue to go through these houses, we're gonna talk more and more about that and why this area in particular and a lot of these homes we look at are gonna be where many of you who are considering Kuna and Meridian are gonna wanna look. And even those of you considering Star, there's some really key points I wanna talk about with Star and where Star is shifting to, because it's getting so expensive out there. It's actually gonna be having some much higher price points, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But before that, I'll continue to show you guys this house so we can go through it and get to these other 2. But bedroom number 1, definitely an oversized bedroom, really good size. You have the standard doors there. You have a little storage closet here off the front. And then this is this living room / extra bedroom over here. And I love these windows. You got 5 windows to open up, and then you have this closet here. So this would be more of a TV room / little extra living area. If you homeschool, this is what it would be. But you get the vaulted ceilings in here. It makes it a really awesome one. I'm surprised they didn't make this the master bedroom, but it is a beautiful room. And then right here, you have more bathroom space. So you have the 2 vanities, and then you have your tub there. You have storage space on this side, right here. And so you got a little closet space, and then there's where all the low voltage stuff is. And then bedrooms number 3 and 4 will be pretty similar. So I'll take you guys into this one to give you guys a look, but really good sized rooms in here. You have the 2 windows looking at the front, and then you do get walk-in closets in these bedrooms. So tons of space, and at 3,100 square feet, this is exactly what you would expect. And then right here is your master, which is right off of the laundry room, which has cabinet space, tons of room. You also get a sink in the laundry room. And then here's the master. So it goes right into the master bathroom, and then the master is also vaulted with the big windows. So the only thing you don't get that you got on the other one was the 2 over here, but still a really good sized master with these beautiful vaulted ceilings. And for a 2-story house on the upstairs to have those vaulted ceilings is actually really nice. And then here is the master bathroom. So you do get a tub and a shower, which is nice. And the shower is absolutely amazing. It only is a single head, but it is oversized. You know, the tiling all the way in the shower, but not only to the shower, it actually goes all the way to the other side of the wall where you have some extra space there for storage. So really cool that they tiled that entire wall. And then you have your toilet room there. And then of course your walk-in closet. So this is home number 1, and this is gonna be the most expensive home at $840,000. But for a 3,100 square foot home like this, it's honestly not that bad of a price for the area that we're in. Just across the street, Sky Mesa, there's plenty of houses that are much more expensive than this. And I just talked to James Clyde, who is actually a builder in this section of Pinnacle, and they were telling me that this summer they already have some homes coming up for $1 million that aren't even this big. And so this area is gonna go up in value. And at the next house, I really want to talk to you guys about the market and kind of what we're seeing, because it's already starting to pick up this year a lot. And there's some reasons for that we want to talk about, and talk about what happened last year versus what's going to happen this year. But that's home number 1. Now we're going to go down in price to around $650,000, which is where I think there's quite a few people that are in that price range. And it's a type of home that is on what we would call more of the mid-luxury builders that we have here in Boise versus the lower starter home builders. So you get that luxury feel for a more affordable price at $650,000. And then of course, stay for the end where we tour the alley load homes that are becoming more popular in that 500 range. And we'll talk about that at the end too, because those houses are really cool, especially for those of you who don't want all of the yard space. And so we'll head to home number 2 and keeping an eye out, or maybe you've already found it, of the rubber ducky, which we still need help naming him. Okay, let's head to home number 2. Okay, now we're here at home number 2, and as you can see, it has a 2-car garage versus the 3-car garage that we saw at the last house. And now we're in the section of Pinnacle where I'll show you right now. It's not the same size homes. The homes are a little closer together. You do get a couple 3-car garages, but for the most part, these homes in here will be right around 2,000 square feet, maybe 1,800 square feet, up to around 2,500 square feet, versus the last one where there's houses up into the 3,000 square feet. So this is a section of Pinnacle that is kind of their main section. It also backs up to Discovery Park. You have a pool in here, you have walking paths in here. And then of course at the third one, we'll go to their alley load section, and you guys will see those houses here in a second. But wanted to show you this one. We're jumping down in price to give you guys a little bit more of an affordable look. And I know this is a price point and a size that a lot of you guys are looking at. So this is a 2,000 square foot home, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, and we'll step inside and take a look. It's beautifully modeled, and so we'll take a little bit more time. And we're also going to talk about the market, because there's some big things changing, especially from last year with a lot of this confusion going on. And then we're going to talk about why this area is a good area, especially for those of you who are maybe debating between Meridian and Star. Some of the pros and cons of that, because there's some big changes coming to Star in the next couple of years. So let's step inside home number 2. Okay, we're here in the front of the house, and the first bedroom where the office would be, or a bedroom, the sales rep at Alturas, Kat, she's awesome, and then Katrina's the other one. So if any of you guys buy an Alturas home, they're amazing to work with. And Alturas, which is all 3 of these homes that we'll be looking at, is an amazing builder. We love working with them. They build a beautiful home for a really good price for what you get in this more kind of mid to luxury look. And so just keep that in mind as you go through. But right off the front, so we're in the front, and as usual, you have the hallway to the living area. You have the 2 bedrooms up front, and then you have the bathroom here. So we'll take a step here into the front, but that'll be a bedroom. That'll be the same size as this one. So as you can see, pretty good sized bedroom. You get the standard closet, but we have these 9-foot ceilings with the 8-foot doors, which is a nice touch. And then you have the other bedroom there. And then you get a full-size bath in here with the stone countertops, the nice lighting, and it is a fiberglass insert in this one, but you also have some pretty nice flooring. And then right off of the front, I love how Alturas does this little thing where they widen your entryway. So when you enter the home, you kind of feel like you have a designated space to kind of take your shoes off, take your coats off, and get ready. And then heading into the front, you have a mudroom right here with the laundry room that heads into the 2-car garage right there. But you get the sink, you get the countertop space, and then everybody's favorite lately is this laundry room goes right into the master, and we'll make a loop around when we see that. And then we're back to the hallway. And of course you have the kitchen on the right. You have a half bath right here to the left with some storage closets. And then you have the living room here. But it goes from 9-foot to 10-foot ceilings in the living area with those extra windows up top, which is a really nice touch in my opinion. And then you have this beautiful fireplace with an extra open kind of living area that goes into the kitchen. I love how they have this set up, especially with this big open sliding glass doors that you don't always get. Sometimes there's just one door on the side. So it really brings this space together, especially in the summer times. I know when you're entertaining people, it's nice to have people kind of just hanging out in the backyard and in the living area. You have the nice chandelier here. And as you can see, I mean, this home's modeled beautifully. None of our homes end up looking like this, but it's still a nice place to be, or it has a nice look in this house. Then we have the kitchen. So this one, you don't have the double oven like you did in the last one. You still do get like a little coffee bar section, and you have the countertop or counter space, cabinet space up to the ceiling to give you a lot of that extra space. And I'll open up one of these because they're just one door, so you don't have 2 separate segments, you just have one, but gives you that space all the way up to the top. And for those of you who are short, you can just do a ladder, or you can just put nothing up there. I know that can be an issue for some people, but right here you have same thing, 5 stove burn top. You have the actual microwave right here, so nicer microwave upgrade, makes it look like a double oven, but then there's your oven. Electric oven is what that would be, even though you get the gas stove top. Because the oven is over here, you get an electric oven. And then for a 2,000 square foot home, to get a pantry like this is actually something that's really nice. And then over here, you have your little dining area. Obviously, as you guys can see, you can fit a pretty good sized table in this dining area, especially for a home this size. And then your master will be off over there, and we'll take a look at that here in a second. But wanted to talk to you guys about those 2 things. So one is the market. So in 2024, obviously, it was kind of up and down. Everyone was thinking interest rates were going to go down to 5.5% or 5%, and then they ended up not doing that because of a number of different factors. So it was a very confusing time, and interest rates were a lot of the drivers of the market, as well as we had the election, which also added uncertainty. And I've talked about it before, but 9 of the last 11 elections, home prices and home sales have skyrocketed immediately after the election, regardless of which side or which party won the presidency. So what that means is people are uncertain before the election, then the election happens, and it doesn't matter either way, home sales goes up. Now, depending on which party goes up, gets presidency, can determine how much that increases. So what we're kind of seeing, and what I've been trying to say, or what I've been talking about a little bit in other videos, is that after this election, it's looking like things are going to pick up. And already in January and February, we are seeing this. And part of that is, if you guys look up stats, sometimes those are delayed. I was just looking at a realtor who posted January stats. But what that actually means is a lot of it, unless it says pending, if it's closed sales, that's what happened in December. So those stats in particular show January down, but that's not what we're seeing on the ground. So Alturas, Kat, who's here right now, we just sold a couple Alturas over on the other side of Meridian, and that weekend they sold 10 homes on that day in that community. I was just talking to Kat in this community in Pinnacle. The same thing is happening It's getting very busy and it goes down the line. Every builder I've talked to over the last couple of weeks is seeing the same thing. They're tripling, doubling, quadrupling, and even 10xing the people that are looking to buy homes here in the Boise area, and it's all over the valley. With that, that means that it's only January, and as we all know, in the Boise area, spring gets more and more busy, and as school gets out, as summer kind of ramps up. And so I think we're starting to see what we've kind of been expecting, and that is a huge uptick in the people moving here, which means home sales, home prices, and growth to the Boise area. So something to think about for those of you who are maybe on the fence or you're thinking about things. It's something that is good to know in your mind so you have the information. And at the end of the day, anybody who watches my videos knows that I want what's best for you guys. So I'm not saying that to push you guys to move here. I'm saying that so you have the information, because if you want to move to Boise and it seems like a good fit, it's a good thing to know that information so you can make the best decision for yourself. Or it could mean you want to wait and you want to risk it and you want to try it out, and that's fine too. We've been wrong. It could slow down. We don't know, but wanted that information out there. And with that, if you guys do have any questions, if you want to talk about the market, if everything I just said made you wonder, okay, maybe I do want to move it up, or maybe I do want to wait, or maybe I'm just curious on what's going on, reach out to me, shoot me a text. I am here to help you guys. It's my goal to help people move here, and I love working with all of you guys who are moving here, because oftentimes you guys are here to live a better life and be in a place that you feel happy. I was just talking to somebody the other day who was saying they're starting to just feel resentful of where they were living. They didn't want to go out of the house really, because where they lived, it didn't feel great. They didn't want to go to dinner. They didn't want to go shopping. They were just starting to want to be home, and that's not what you want for your life. You want to be able to go to the store and have people that are kind and friendly. You want to go to restaurants. You want to be enjoying where you live. So I love helping you guys do that, and my goal is to do what's best for you, even if that means that Boise is not the right fit for you, because it not always is, especially for those of you who need to find jobs here. Sometimes it's not the best fit because of the pay here. But the long, short version of that is I care for you guys. I want to build relationships. I'm not here just to buy and sell you guys houses. So keep all of that in mind. And now we'll check out the rest of this house and continue to keep an eye out for the rubber ducky, and continue to comment down below your name suggestions for the rubber ducky, because I can't call him, what did I say, cowboy rubber ducky is what I said the first time. So help me name him, and we'll continue to do that through every video and give away that coffee gift card for whoever is the first person to find him in the videos. But let's head into the master, and then we'll get over to the alley load home in the $500,000 range. But here, right off the living room, is the master bedroom. So you walk through this little hallway to give you kind of that privacy, and then this is a queen size bed. So to give you guys perspective, it does look really big. It is a good size master bedroom with these big windows, but that is a queen to give you perspective. Nice master. You have the coffered ceilings, which is always a nice touch, and you're gonna get that in a lot of these. Luxury builders. And then here is the master bath. So even in a 2,000 square foot home, you do get the tub, which doesn't always happen. Sometimes you only get a shower. So for this house, nice that they have that built-in tub. You have the dual vanities here, which is nice. And then you get still an amazing walk-in shower with the tiling all the way throughout, oversized. You got the shelving in there. And then this is the touch that everybody loves, and it's the walk-in closet that heads around to the laundry room. That way you can get your laundry done and head over, or just head right into the laundry room, so you're not taking it up the stairs or taking it across the house. But that's home number 2. We'll head over to the alley loaded homes, where I'll talk more about this area in particular, and especially wanted to touch on the things that might be happening in Star that may or may not want you to choose this side of the valley versus the other side, and give you guys some more information there. But let's head over to home number 3 in the 500 ranges and look at some alley load homes that are some new up and coming things coming to the Boise area. Okay, now we're at home number 3. We're in the alley load home, and as you guys can see from the outside of these, they are smaller, but it's a popular thing that's coming to the Boise area. Those of you who've watched videos and you've seen videos on Valnova out in Star and Eagle, that's the first homes that are gonna be out in Valnova. So they're gonna be alley load homes like this one, where you have the living area that we're in right now, you have the garage, In the back of the house, you're right next to your neighbors. So as you can see, they're building the house next door. So if you hear noise and Mexican music, that's what it is. They're going hard to work right now. And then your bedrooms are upstairs. So you don't really have a yard. So there's low maintenance. It's similar to what we see in patio homes, except you actually get your own house, so you're not connected to the other driveways. And it makes things a lot more affordable, which is why we're out here. Is for those of you who want more low maintenance, but you still want a beautiful home like this that is really good size, that's why we're out here, and that's what we want to take a look at. So right here off the front in the bedroom, you have the living area with these beautiful vaulted ceilings. So you have the fireplace all the way up to the top. You have the 15-ish foot ceilings for that vaulted look. You have the windows up front to let in a lot of that natural light, and it's just really open. You have your dining area right here that leads out to your covered patio with pretty good patio space. So even though you don't have a yard, you do get pretty good space out here on the patio to entertain, and you do have the sliding glass doors. And as you guys can see, that's an eight-seater, pretty good sized table. So you still have plenty of room to eat, and you get the island with the bar. Beautiful kitchen. Again, we're here at Alturas, so for a home like this at 3 bedrooms, about 3 bathrooms, you still get a big kitchen, big open area, which is what I love about these alley load homes, is you still get the size and price, you just don't get quite the yard. But you have the microwave with the oven, you have the 5-burner, you have the sink, you have all the cabinetry here in the island. So you get it everywhere, and you still get a nice walk-in shower, which is actually the same size as the 2,000 square foot home we looked at last time. And this home is actually the same size as the last home we looked at. It's just about 50 square feet smaller. So here is the back of the house that we talked about. So this goes out to your garage. So you get a 2-car garage, which we'll just step in there really quick to show you kind of what it looks like. But how's it going? Good. But you actually get a 3-car garage in this house. So some of these do have 2-car garages, some of them have 3 cars, so you still get the garage space, you just don't get the yard. And before we head upstairs, which is where the rooms are, and the master bathroom that I really want to show you guys, it has a really cool thing, especially in the shower. The reason that Star is kind of heading to a different direction is, as I've talked about a lot, Star has grown way faster than everywhere else in the valley, which has caused home prices in Star to get pretty insane. And what has come with that is the value of land has gone up a ton. And what that has meant, and talking to some of the builders out there, is these lower end builders. So Alturas is a mid-tier. Lower end would be like your CBH, your Hayden Homes, your Toll Brothers, your Lennar, your Hubble. So kind of your more starter homes. They're a lot more spec-like, tract homes. They're getting priced out of the market in Star, and Star is about to turn into what Eagle has been like, which is mostly your mid-tier luxury builders. A lot of your homes are going to be 800,000 minimum and up. And so Star is about to run out of land for a lot of those lower end builders. They can't buy anything else up for it to make sense to build the quality or the kind of finishes that those homes have. So what that means is, a lot of you who are in this like 500,000 to 700,000 price range, it's going to get harder and harder to find homes in Star. Now the pros and the cons of that, the pros are, if you buy in Star now, your price points are going to continue to go up. You get a lot of appreciation. The con of that is, if you're maybe next year or the year after, or you want to stay in Star and you don't want to have to spend that much money, you're going to be spending a lot more money, and you're only going to be able to buy the $1 million kind of price point luxury builders out there. But where we're at here in South Meridian, kind of towards Kuna, we're seeing the same thing here. So what Star saw over the last 5 years, we're starting to see out here in Kuna and Meridian, and I've talked about it a lot. Right now, Kuna is still one of the most affordable suburbs of Boise that's closer to Boise. So Nampa and Caldwell have affordable homes, but I've talked about that plenty. So you do get the pros out here in South Meridian, especially this Pinnacle area. There's a ton of growth and high potential for appreciation over the next couple of years, especially with everything I talked about with this increase in the market. But just wanted to talk on that so you guys know, if you're debating between Kuna, South Meridian area, and Star, which we see a lot, that's usually the debate on where you want to live. That's something to think about. Now let's head upstairs. I want to show you guys these rooms, and we'll see kind of what this master bathroom looks like that I love. And then right before we do that, you do get a half bath down here, and then you do have a ton of storage space under your stairs, so pretty cool. And then you get the window walking up the stairs, which is a nice touch. And then this is where you start heading up the stairs and get to your bathroom up here for these 2 spare bedrooms, which are here and here. You have your laundry room here, and then on the left side is your master and your master bath over there. We'll take a look at bathroom number 1 first. It is a single vanity, but it is a bigger size vanity with tons of storage space in there. You have the fiberglass insert with the toilet for an extra kind of privacy there with that doorway. And then bedrooms 1 and 2 will be pretty similar. This one is a full size bed. So as you can see, these spare bedrooms aren't the biggest you've ever seen, but pretty standard for 2,000 square foot homes. And then here's bedroom number 2 with the twin size bed, and these closets are pretty standard. You have the doors, and you do get the built-ins in these closets in both of these rooms. And then heading over to the master, which is right here, you have a little bit of closet space right here to the left. The master for this house is actually pretty good size. That is actually also looks like a full-size bed, but you get the vaulted ceilings up here, which is nice. You get a really good amount of space for a master. You got plenty of room over here for your walkway. And then we'll head into the master bathroom, which is one of my favorites. Not just because of this color, which is beautiful. I love this green with this big built-in right here. You have the standalone tub, and then you have your toilet room right here, and you have your walk-in closet with extra closet space right here, you know, for extra linens, which you'll see in a second why that doesn't matter that much. But you have a good sized walk-in closet. You have the dual vanities, and I love this color choice. I think it looks really beautiful. But this is my favorite part is, yes, you get a pretty standard shower that we've seen in these other houses, but I love this little section that they put in here where you can hang up your towel. You have more towel space right here, and it kind of separates this shower from the rest of the bathroom versus what we see in a lot of these houses where it's kind of tucked away. You kind of go through a little hallway to get to your shower. I really love that little extra space there to hang up your towels. And for this house, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 1,940 square feet, and the list price is $540,000. So this is where some of these alley load homes, if you want to be in these, you know, more top locations kind of towards Meridian versus being all the way out in Kuna, which is really only about an extra like 5 to 8 minutes. But if you want to just be that much closer to the interstate, Boise, the village, and everything in this area, this is a price point that a lot of people can stomach, and you get these more luxury mid-tier builders like in Alturas. Now down the road, if you wanted to buy a CBH, or you wanted to buy a Hubble, or you wanted to buy a Hayden home, which me and my wife live in a Hayden home just 5 minutes down the road in Kuna, you can. You're not gonna get some of these luxury finishes that we've seen, where you get the taller ceilings, you get some of the higher end finishes, you get the higher appliances, you know, with the double ovens. They will be lower quality or less finishes than an Alturas, but you can buy, you know, a 2,600 square foot home or a 2,400 square foot home for the same price as this alley load, and you still get the backyard. You almost get, sometimes you can get 1/4 acre lots. So that's the pros and the cons, is you get these beautiful, nice homes, which I really love. If that's something that you want, versus a CBH or a Hayden that would be right down the street in Kuna, or even some of the ones in Star that you can get up towards that price point. But with that, if you guys want to check out some little bit lower price end homes, so if you want to check out some of the Hayden homes, which is actually my personal favorite, you know, lower end mid or starter home builder, check out this video here. I tour through the most affordable new construction homes in the Boise area. It's out in Nampa, and right now, if they haven't sold by the time I get this video out, they have some really amazing deals. So definitely reach out to me if you want to know about those, but go check out Harvest Creek out in Nampa. I thank you guys for watching. I thank you guys for supporting. Look forward to meeting you in person.